Israelites coming to wake up the 12 tribes of Israel, the biblical 12 tribes, all right? So-called Negroes, so-called Latinos and Native American Indians, bringing them back to their nationality and getting them ready for deliverance, all right? Because you people believe these so-called Negroes and Hispanics and Native American Indians gonna stay up under you white people forever. That's not gonna happen according to Scripture.
Right.
All right? Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 1 verse 20. Wisdom crieth without. She utters her voice in the streets.
Wisdom utter her voice in the streets. That's why we out in the streets. Where you ain't gonna see T.D. Jakes, where you ain't gonna see Bishop Eddie Long, you ain't gonna see none of them pastors that is upheld high in this world.
Right.
They ain't gonna be on the streets because they ain't doing no sacrifice. They busy taking your money, man.
That's right.
Basically. Go ahead.
That's right. She cried in the chief places of concourse, in the openings of the gates.
In the openings. Out. So people can hear, man. Go ahead.
In the city she uttered her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
Right. How long will you Negroes? Because we ain't dealing with the other name. We don't care if the Chinese or white man is simple. We don't give a damn.
That's right.
Our people, why is our people so simple, man? The Lord said we're going to be out here on the streets saying, how long you going to be simple, man? How long you going to think that Christmas is from God? Thanksgiving is from God. All these different customs. How long you going to think, right, that the Most High put you in slavery just to be here forever? All right? And serve the white man and be buddy-buddy with him, man. Where's that in the Scriptures, man? It said we're going to be here for eternity. Nowhere in the Scriptures, man. So stop being simple. Go ahead.
Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you.
Like we said many times, how is he going to make his words known to you? By giving you understanding on them scriptures, man. Starting off, you are Israelite. You ain't no Negro. You ain't no Mexican. You ain't no Puerto Rican. All right? All those things were given you to deceive you, man. To throw you off from who you was. All right? Tell you who Babylon is. And it's America. Etc., man. He gonna make his words known unto you to get you to understand so you can know the right path to take. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because I have called and ye refuse.
How is he calling you? Is the Most High gonna come down on the cloud? No. The Most High is calling you through us. Alright? Sacrificing our time to come out here, man.
That's right.
And not worried about nothing else but the word being pumped out.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether our people hear or don't hear. You know what I'm saying? We don't care if white people don't hear because it ain't for you.
That's right.
This word ain't for you white people. Alright? You know why it ain't for you white people? Because you wasn't there when Moses was giving the law. Alright? You was somewhere being the devil like you've been the devil today.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Because I've called and he refused.
Right? He called and you refused. You refused to come to the truth. You refused to be an Israelite. And you want to stay a Negro.
That's right.
You want to stay a Mexican.
That's right.
So you want to stay simple. You want to stay a monkey.
That's right.
All right? A Crip or a Blood or whatever you into, man. That's what you want to stay. So you know what? You're going to stay in that condition all the way till the militias come and blow your ass up.
Right.
Go ahead.
I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
Right. Now when the Lord stretched out his hands, the only ones who's going to regard it is the elect anyway. Because the elect is the only one that is the lost sheep. That's going to hear his voice and then remember it and come back. Meaning the same ones back in the day that was hearing his voice and that believed. Or the same ones now that believe. The same ones that was scoffing back in the day didn't believe.
That's right.
It was faithless. It's the same one now that's going to be faithless. The same one that walked by our camp and laughed and scorned.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. I got it.
Go ahead.
This Baruch chapter 4 verse 6.
Right?
Ye were sold unto the nations, not for your destruction.
You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction. Now we were destroyed, so what does that mean? That means we were not sold to get totally exterminated. That was a righteous judgment from the Lord. It was only for a certain period of time, not for us to be totally gone. Go ahead.
But because ye moved the Most High to wrath,
Right?
ye were delivered unto the enemies.
Who is the enemy? All right. You know what?
I got you.
Well, you know who the enemy is. The freaking enemy is, man.
I got you.
The white man is the enemy because first of all, even though the other nations had played a part in our slavery and getting us took down to come over here, it was a white man.
Right.
That was the main one behind that. All right? Okay. Because you gotta understand, man, you can't sit here and be friends with white men when they sitting here carrying on what they forefathers did and what they're still doing today.
Right.
Go ahead.
Job 27:7. Let my enemy be as the wicked, and he that rises up against me as the unrighteous.
Right. So we were sold to the enemy. We were sold to the white man, which is the wicked, which it says in the Bible. All right?
That's right.
Because the thing is, hey, you white people can laugh all day, but you ain't gonna be laughing when the Most High come down.
That's right. That's right.
You ain't gonna be laughing when who you call Jesus come down, because he ain't no white man.
That's right. He'd be a big, brolic black man.
Hey, he ain't no white man, and he ain't for you. Because first of all, you think he's for you because he allowed you to take over us and put us in slavery when that was a stumbling block up to you. Because he was punishing us for a certain amount of time until he took y'all out and put y'all in slavery. Thus says the Bible.
That's right.
All right?
Oh, hold on. I got you.
Go ahead. But because ye moved the Most High to wrath, ye were delivered unto your enemies.
Because the Israelites, us, moved the Most High to wrath, we were delivered to the enemy. Who was the enemy? The so-called white man. That's why we went over here in slave ships. That's biblical. That's what you refuse to understand. That the Most High have hoodwinked you. The Most High have tricked you into think that you were so godly and so righteous, walk around with your hair stuck up, thinking that you stole all this stuff and then it was going to stick in your hands, man.
Because the scholars called it manifest destiny, well, they were right in that sense.
That's right.
It was manifest destiny. The Most High did set up the so-called white man and those European nations to take over these lands.
Right.
But to do it in wickedness.
That's right.
But that was only going to be a certain amount of time. And now we're seeing in the dispensation of time, this kingdom is crumbling.
That's right.
Because America is spoken about in the Bible.
Right.
It's known as Babylon the Great.
That's right.
The daughter of Babylon. That's America, man.
That's right.
Because all the past kingdoms, America's all those kingdoms rolled up into one.
Right.
And that's why this kingdom is going to have the greatest destruction out of all the other kingdoms, man.
That's right. That's
Okay?
right. That's right.
I got some more. For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not the Most High.
Which our people still do this day. That's why the destruction is going to be big on our people, man. The 2/3 of our people don't realize that the death is looming on them, man.
Right.
The death is like, it's like a shadow. You know, a shadow, it ain't on you, but the death is just following, man, all the way to destruction, man. Because it's already prophesied. Because they don't want to listen to the real prophets like they did back in the day. You know why? Because we ain't got the suits on. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got the private jets. You know what I'm saying? We ain't counting you at your rent money. You know what I'm saying? Now, since we ain't doing that, I don't listen to them guys, man. They ain't counting at my rent money.
Right.
You know? Go ahead, don't go ahead.
Yeah.
Ye have forgotten the everlasting God that brought you up.
That brought you up because why? We were brought up to be righteous children. To follow, to be brought up in the righteous commandments, man.
Right.
And move forth with it. And eventually pour out around the whole world a big example on how to be righteous.
That's right.
To these heathens. All right?
And ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you.
So yeah, that's it. All right?
That's right. Because back in the time of the law, I mean, in Deuteronomy 28:15, it tells us what's going to happen if the kingdom of Israel was righteous and what was going to happen if we went off, man.
Right. Right.
And at the end of the chapter, it tells us that the Israelites were going to go into captivity by slave ship.
Right.
Now, what group of people fit that prophecy? There's only one nation of people that actually fit that prophecy.
That's right.
Because a white man would have it so to think you believe that all the people of the Bible were so-called white people. Well, that's a lie, man. But that was prophesied to us that was going to happen. He was going to take our name and our images and paint over them.
Right.
Somebody get Deuteronomy, Job 9:24, and then somebody get the Apocrypha, 1 Maccabees. 3 and 48.
I got Deuteronomy 28.
Go ahead and read that.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. That the word Egypt there means house of bondage.
Right.
Not the literal place of Egypt.
Right.
Okay?
Words mean something.
That word in Egypt there means house of bondage. So what they were saying is the Lord shall bring you into the house of bondage again via slave ships, man.
Right.
Right.
Now what group of people went into slavery by ships.
And that
So-called Negroes, man.
That first Egypt, you didn't have to go from Jerusalem to that first Egypt on a ship.
Yeah.
It was walking distance. It was a long walk, but you could walk.
Right.
Now, when they say that you was gonna be brought into Egypt again with ships, where is that other Egypt? You standing on it.
Right. Because the Israelites were already in captivity in Egypt, and then how did we get out of Egypt? We went to the land of Canaan.
Right.
We walked.
Right.
We walked. Okay. But our second captivity was going to be a slave ship because we're going to go to what the white man called the New World.
Right. Western Hemisphere.
The Western Hemisphere. But there was already people dwelling in that land. Because we would go back and forth, but you had 10 tribes who had already came over here.
Right.
You can read about that in 2 Kings.
Is it true that some of the people who were living in the Americas were from the homeland a long time ago?
We'll get that. We'll get that too. We'll bring that out as well because you had the northern tribe who had already came over. Right. They already had fled the old world and came to the new world. Were already dwelling here. Right. And so you had the conquistadors and those Europeans who brought a lot of those people who were already in the new world back over to Spain.
Right.
Back over to the old world. Okay.
They were black.
They were so-called black people. They were Hispanics. All those tribes of people were all Israelites. Okay. They were all Israelites.
Right. They were all black.
The true people were not just black, but they all came from the same nation. Because all Israelites are not so-called dark-skinned people, not so-called black people. Really? That's just a color.
Right.
Okay? And we were called black, we were called niggers way a long time ago, back in the Roman time. Get Acts 13:1. All right. Get Acts 13:1. Because the term black is from the Latin. Or well, Negro from the Latin. It just means black. It really means dark skin. But the Hebrew word for black is you got kudar. And then you have
any identifying words for our hair, for our hair.
Well, they describe this as woolly.
Right. Those blacks with wool hair.
Woolly hair. Yes.
There are different names.
That's how who the world calls Jesus Christ. That's how he was described. When
they were Hebrew, right? Jew.
He was from the tribe of Judah.
Right. One of the 12 tribes.
Says quick to me for some understanding. Don't get it confused, man. When you say black, remember that as just a title, as a label.
Yeah,
okay?
that's something the white men put on us.
Right, but you know what you say? But you know what? When you say they're all black, now whether you Cuban, Dominican, all these Latin tribes, if you think about it, when you look at them, there's different shades of brown in each of those tribes. You got from all the way dark to darker than me, my color, to lighter, because they took over at one point.
Because the tribe of Ephraim was described as a cake not turned.
Here's something I've learned.
Which is a lighter color.
I've learned.
I'm really concerned with what the scriptures say.
Well,
you know
okay.
So that's what we're going into. Because the scriptures also say we come to preach, not to be preached unto.
Right.
Okay, so we want to get some understanding. We got to let these scriptures come out. We can't talk over what the Most High says. So let's go back to Acts 13:1. Bring that out.
Acts 13:1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger.
That term there means black. That's the slave masters, when they were on this side, couldn't pronounce it. So they would say nigger. They added a G to it. Okay? They just added a G to it. Okay? Niggers. We were in captivity at the time, so the Romans had bywords for us, but that was a prophecy that was going to come about.
Right.
That was going to come about. Go ahead and get Acts 21 and 37. Okay? Because the Israelites are dark-skinned people. They're not necessarily, you ain't got to look like John Shad. Because some Israelites have it so, he gotta be dark-skinned, he gotta be a dark-skinned brother with an afro, with a pick in his head to be an Israelite.
And can I say this?
That's not true.
And can I say this? A lot of people get this whole color thing mixed up. Because you have to think about it. Every nation on the planet has had these people in slavery at one point in time. So that's where the colors get lighter and lighter and lighter. Because at one point everybody on the planet was dark skinned.
Right.
It wasn't black, it was dark skinned. So when we were in slavery under the so-called white man and the so-called Chinese and all these different people, those colors got lighter through mixing and mingling. It said that Israel was going to be scattered among all the nations. So being that we were scattered among all those nations, we were having sex with all those nations.
Right.
Kids were coming out of all those nations. So everybody's not going to look his color or my color or his color.
Because your comes from your father.
Right. It doesn't come from your color.
Nobody here is that dark.
It don't come from your woman.
Because if I told you that Manu Ginobili that played for the Spurs, he's an Asherite. Now if you look at him, he's not dark skinned. But his line goes back to these people. So it doesn't matter what you look like.
Right.
It matters where your father's line goes back to.
Right.
Okay?
That's right.
But ultimately, it's all through the spirit and all through prophecy. Okay? The Most High is going to reveal all that in His due time. But through the scriptures and through the prophecies, we have an identifier for who these people are today. Okay?
12 tribes are fascinating.
Okay? And so because that's all this book is about. It's the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. But it was said we were going to be scattered abroad. You can read that in James 21.
It's scant knowledge, though.
Say that again?
Scant knowledge.
Yeah, it's only meant for certain people. That's why who the world calls Jesus Christ said spoke in parables, man, because it wasn't meant for everybody else to get. It was only meant for the elect. Get this. We're not speaking for everybody. We're only speaking to the elect. So the Most High will have it where the elect will hear this, and He's gonna build them up and raise them up. Everybody else ain't gonna get it. Because who the world calls Jesus Christ is not coming back to save everybody. Most of these people here in this country are going to die. Horrible, horrible deaths, and they deserve it. Okay? Lord willing, we're not one of those people. That's why we're out here doing the work. That's why we're out here preaching, because we were told to.
Hey, you say this too. Also, even the elect deserve death.
Yeah.
All right? That's even the ones of all people who the Most High gonna have mercy to. You know what I'm saying? Get up out of here. Along with everybody else get put to death. Even they deserve death, but through the mercy, through the prophecy, is how they're able to escape this destruction.
Right, because that was all set up before we were even born.
That's right.
Ephesians 1.
I noticed one chapter in the Bible that says, "For God so loved the world."
But you gotta understand. But you gotta understand the word "world" there. There's 14 Greek words for the word "world" there. The word "world" there is cosmos, which means organization. Only a certain group of people. Okay. He thought he dropped the gem, but he just dropped the shrimp out your pocket. And that's why the Most High is gonna kill you niggas, man. That's why the Most High is gonna kill 2/3 of our own people, because they wicked, man.
I know John 3:16.
Go ahead.
Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
2 parts, 66.6666, man, including you crackers, man. The Most High is gonna wipe you out too, man.
That's right.
Along with 2/3 of our own people, because they wicked and they join hands with this devil, man.
But the third shall be left therein.
If you have a whole pie and you take out 2/3 of the pie, that's almost the whole thing, man. The Most High is not playing around with you people, man. While y'all walking around these streets looking like assholes, the Most High is doing work, man.
That's right.
And He's gonna kill a lot of you people.
And I will bring the third part through the fire.
Lord willing, we are part of that 1/3. We're gonna be brought through the death and destruction that's gonna go on here, man.
And will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried.
That's right.
They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God.
There we go. There we go.
And 2/3 just walked up the street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The thing to get me about you so-called Negroes, man, and you so-called Latinos and you Native Americans, you want to save everybody. You don't want to save nobody but the so-called white man. And when we get up here and we talk about how Chinese people ain't gonna make it into the kingdom, you don't got nothing to say. When we say Japanese people ain't gonna make it in the kingdom, you ain't got nothing to say. We say the Africans ain't gonna make it, you got nothing to say. As soon as we bring up your fucking daddy,
Get up, Proverbs.
Now all of a sudden you got beef with us. Now you got flex. Let me tell you something. The so-called white man is going to be burned in thermonuclear fire. Whoever's not burned in that thermonuclear fire is going to be put into slavery. And after 1,000 years of slavery, their ass is going to be out of there completely. Pursuant to Obadiah that said they're going to burn them up and exterminate their ass, man.
Right.
So you can try to save them all you want. All you niggas that want to jump off the chariot, when you see that ain't no white people on it, you can stay with their fucking asses, man.
That's right.
I'm sick of you niggas, man. And then you want to come up here and run your mouth and talk noise like you're going to teach us something? We carry Bibles. This is our job. And here your ugly ass come looking simple as hell. They gonna try to tell us we wrong and you ain't even got your sword? You don't come to a fight without a sword, man. You gonna get your ass sliced up through the spirit, man. And that's how we gonna do it.
That's right.
It's our job to do it.
Right.
Everybody wanna protect the so-called white man, and the so-called white man ain't did nothing but shit on everybody out here, no matter what you look like. They even shit on their own people. But you wanna protect them and nobody else. To hell with you niggas. That's why the Most High gonna kill 2/3 of you niggas. Cause you got to go.
That's
it's
right.
prophesied that you got to go, and this book speaks nothing but truth.
That's
Your
right.
ass is gonna be out of here, man.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
What you holding?
Proverbs 16:5. Read that.
Proverbs chapter 16, verse 5. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord.
And that's all you people, man. All you people think you know something. Think you gonna drop some knowledge. Let me tell you what I learned. You ain't learned shit but what your dumbass mama taught you, man. And your dumbass white teachers taught you, man. Y'all don't know nothing.
That's right.
Okay? You're an abomination to the Most High. Everything you need to learn is in this Bible, man. But it's got to be taught by those who were instructed from the Most High to teach, man.
Right.
That's right. Go ahead.
Though hand join in hand,
Though hand join in hand, though you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Uncle Tomahawks want to join hand in hand with this white man, what's going to happen, man?
he shall not be unpunished.
He shall not be unpunished, man. This proud devil is not going to be unpunished, man. He's going into slavery.
Right. And you so-called niggas is adding to your punishment, trying to take up for that devil, man.
Revelation 18.
That don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. What's that? Stockholm syndrome? How you fall in love with your captain?
Yeah.
It don't make no damn sense how much you love this so-called white man. Man, he ain't did nothing for you, man. Nothing. Only thing he ever did for you was gave you a Lone Star card.
That's about it.
And he gave that to your baby mama. He didn't even give it to you.
Nah.
But a gift destroyed the heart.
For it.
That's right. But a gift destroyed the heart. Just because your old lady gets $600 worth of food stamps, the white man is okay.
Bring that out.
Yeah, bring that.
Revelation 18, verse 6. You know, I'm going to start at verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God have remembered her iniquities.
Right, though the white man's sins reached up to heaven, man. All the stuff that the white man has done, rape, rob, murder, kill, brought all these animals into extinction, made them endangered species, done brought all these people to captivity, done sprayed chemtrails in the air, put fluoride in your water.
Right.
Genetically modified food.
Selling aborted babies.
Put drugs in your communities, man. Kill your people. All those sins that he's committed, the Most High's not forgotten it, man.
That's right.
Even though you niggas have.
That's right.
The Most High doesn't forget. Go ahead.
Reward her even as she rewarded you.
Reward her even as she rewarded you, man. What's her reward gonna be? All that pain and destruction, man. So the white man's got to go into captivity and get his back beat, man.
That's right. That's right.
Go ahead.
And double unto her according to her works.
This white man's gonna get double, man.
How do you double this, man? How do you double this? Through the spirit of Yahweh Shah, we gonna figure it out. Oh, we gonna figure it out. We gonna figure out how to double